Well, anybody who tells you they know what the 2016 election is going to look like or hinge on, 3 years out, just likes to hear themselves talk because we can't possibly know that, and our track record on these things is terrible. But I think you can see the outlines of some fundamental questions that both parties are going to face as we head closer to 2016, and that's relatively soon. Now, on the Republican side, obviously the question is, how do you modernize conservatism? Not just repackage it or come up with some new slogan like compassionate conservatism, but how does a new generation of Republicans differentiate itself from the generation that came before, and how do you make conservatism relevant and resonant with a new generation of Americans? I think that's obviously a fundamental question on the Republican side. On the Democratic side, consider this is a big question too. The 22nd Amendment limits the president to 2 terms, consecutive terms. I think it was ratified in 1952, and since that time, one election, once, has a party managed to get a 3rd straight term in the White House. That was George H.W. Bush in 1988, and I would argue that that was a sort of exceptional circumstance. So it's extremely hard for a party to successfully make the case that it deserves to stay in power past a 2-term incumbent president. Democrats are going to ask themselves, and whoever the nominee is going to have to articulate an answer to this question of why they deserve to stay in power for a 3rd straight term, what is unfinished that needs to be finished, and why can some other Democratic president get it done where Barack Obama hasn't. And so both parties, I think, face a really fundamental question.